Sean Castler. I'm going to grab the screen over here so I can take over and show you a little bit about what we're doing here at More Solutions. We have got some very exciting stuff going on here today. Can everybody see my screen?
Yep, it looks good.
Awesome. Okay. So I'm going to give you a little overview of the Adobe side of things that we're doing here and give you sort of a broad topical overview of some of the cool stuff that we're doing here. So let's just start with a general topic. I like to start for demos like this with our guides and grids. It's nice, easy course to look at. So topic 23A, navigating a project. Oh, 23C, looking for 23C. Work with guides and grids and guides. So we start here with our chapter page, 23C, using guides and grids. As you can see, we've got our vocabulary. We've got lots of cool visuals, notes that kind of help you drill down and understand what's going on in the pages a little bit better, more tools and different features. And as we get further down, a little bit more vocab with also those visuals to help you understand what's going on. This is very traditional approach to the certification guides, helping you prep for those exams. Down here, we've got our activity, and we can see that it's got all of the instructions from 1 to 9. And this is going to prepare us for a simulation. So we can get a little preview of that. Let's click next, and it's just going to walk us through the next activity. So as you can see here, we've got these very nifty flashcards. This is one of the ways we like to do knowledge checks. As you can see, it says identify the missing term using the word bank. So all we need to do is basically look at the word bank word and type down here. So blank appear as non-printing lines. Well, that's probably guides or grids. I think it's grids. And we just click enter and we get that right. And if we get one wrong, ooh, we got to do that one over again. Luckily for us, we can do these activities as many times as we need to until we've achieved mastery. So let's click our next activity. We do have some very nifty drag and drop knowledge checks as well, just for words, but that one's just kind of fun to look at. This is a traditional simulated environment that you don't need to download a thing for. If I was to click play on this right now, this is just going to walk us through the activity step by step, and this is our practice preview. So that before you've even had to start the activity, you can just look at this and go, oh, that's how I do it step by step. And it gives you the voice, it's in writing, it's just making everything nice and easy. This is the traditional simulation. If you were to click on this, in fact, let's go ahead and open this in a new tab. We can see the traditional simulation, no download needed. Just click on that. And this is going to walk us through all of our 1 through 9 steps that were in our topic, 2 through C. And if we watch the video, it's going to make it even easier for us. So it says you've been asked to enable the grid, add some guides to the document for some additional elements the customer will provide later. So it's also got a few different features for Windows and Mac, just in case you're on the different accounts. So Mr. Moore is always telling me we can Christmas tree these things. If a student's having trouble and they click in the wrong place too many times, you notice how that just lit up green, and that's going to guide us to the next step. So if they missed something from the video and they're, oh, I'm not really sure where to go. Oh, I need to go here. So that's our traditional simulation. We'll just go ahead and close that. Check out our next page here. This would be after the practice, you would take a quiz. And again, this is a simulated environment. After you finish, your grade will automatically populate into the grade book. Okay, this is where we get really exciting, very proprietary, things that MSI is doing, no other company is touching right now. Basically, you have that option to do the simulation, but now we're going to move over into an in-app. This is where if you have the program, let's say Photoshop, for instance, all you need to do is download this link from the Adobe Exchange. It's 100% free. Give you a little preview of that. Up here at the top of the page, you click free, accept, and then you sign in and basically download the extension. After it's done downloading in the Adobe Creative Cloud, you can then download your in-app activity. It's going to look similar. Let's go ahead and download that right now. And see right down at the bottom of the page, 23C. Let's open that up. And we've got this cool little window that's actually 100% dynamic. You can move this thing around, up and down. We can actually dock it right there. Oop, it's not wanting to dock now. Of course, it doesn't want to dock now. Well, it's supposed to dock. Let's see if we can get it. There we go. We got it to dock. So when you're wanting to put it away for a little bit, you can. You don't have to keep closing it out and logging out. So this looks very similar to our simulations. And as you can see, it's got a very similar question up here. You've been asked to enable the grid and add some guides to this document for some additional elements the customer will provide later. So this seems very similar. But what we have here is live validations happening, which is basically our computer and our servers are checking to see live if you've done the requirements to complete the activity. As you can see here, we've got a few additional steps. So there are sometimes some differences between the simulations and the apps, but we've also included step-by-step Gifs. So if you click hint, it's actually going to show you exactly what you need to do. Now, this is only for the practices. Once you take the quizzes, those Gifs are going to go away. Don't need them anymore. Probably don't need them anyway. And you can do successfully from a practice to a quiz. So we're going to actually do this one right now to demonstrate some of the features. So we're going to go step by step and read out loud. Select view and then go to rulers. Again, if you didn't know what to do, just click hint and it'll actually show you, oh, view, and then it shows me to go to rulers. So let's do that. View, rulers. Now I've already got it checked and that's because I'm live in Photoshop. Often your settings will already be on. So it's this little GIF will help you avoid confusion. And it says right click on the ruler to change the units to pixels. So let's just right click on that and we'll change them to, oh, we're already on pixels. Let's just change here for the sake of our fun demonstration. We can change this many times. Remember, this is live. This is not a simulation. From the menu bar, select View, Show, Grid. View, Show, Grid. And there's our grid. Again, that looks exactly like it would from our topic page. So if we've been reading, if we've been doing our knowledge check, our flashcards, this is all going to be very familiar to us. And this is just helping reinforce our learning. Okay, we are going to number 3 from the menu bar. We're going to select View and New Guide. View, New Guide. And we're going to select the horizontal option, step 4. Step 5 for position, we're going to put 75 pixels. So we'll type 75 and click OK. And there's our guide right there. Now that is one of the things that this is our program is going to be looking for. Did we do this correctly? We clicked OK. Number 7 from the menu bar, click select View and then New Guide. Do it one more time. This time it says we need to select the vertical option. So we select vertical. Number 9, for position, enter 500 pixels. And we click OK, which is our step 10. And we have our grid, we have our our horizontal, our vertical guide in the correct positions. I love this feature. Almost every single one of our in-apps also features a preview image. It shows you exactly how your image should look. Again, this would be for the practice. The quiz, you kind of have to see if you've mastered the subject matter. So we click check our work, check my work, and it looks like we've done it correctly. Now let's close this out and move our guide somewhere where it doesn't belong. Horizontal probably will fail, and vertical should pass. Let's click check our work. Ah, look at that. Our horizontal guide has failed and our vertical has passed. If I clear my guides, and this is just something I like to brag about on our MSI site, this is just such cool stuff, and I'm so excited to share it with you. I want to make sure Snap is on. If you're a student or a teacher and you're thinking outside the box, many of our teachers know this. There are more than one way. Sometimes there's 3 or 4 ways to do one thing in Photoshop. If we were to drag off of the ruler, we can also create a guide. So if I was to drag this and I look at my y-axis, I see 75 pixels. I might be a student and thinking, well, I can just drag it off. Why would I want to go through those extra steps? And we'll drag this one to 500. And if we click, check my work, that manually worked. And I just love showing that off. That's so exciting for all of our in-apps. it's looking for the desired result being correct. So even if you do it in alternate method, you can still achieve 100%. It's very exciting. This page will show us our quiz, exactly the same in-app, except again, those hints will be gone. And let's say that you took the simulation and you took the quiz. This is also a new feature that we're very excited to share with you. Students that are able to take the simulations and would also like to take the in-app, the gradebook will automatically process and input the highest grade. Very, very cool stuff. So that's it for 2-3C. We have any questions from anybody?
Not yet.
Okay.
Excellent. Actually, Sean, excellent demonstration. Thank you very. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Would you like to see anything else, Mr. Moore? We can share some other
No,
things.
actually, you know what? I would just like to go over just a broad overview from my side of the house. Great demonstration. Can't tell you how much we appreciate it.
Thank you.
Would it be okay if I grab control for a second?
Absolutely.
Right. Let's see here. And screen two. Okay, can you guys see my, okay, I'm gonna share. Can you guys see my screen?
Yes, now we can.
Great. So yeah, Sean is an assistant director here at MSI and does a fantastic job with the Adobe team. I would just like to go over some of the broader aspects of the learning management system. We deliver all of our courses on our own platform. We host on Amazon SW3 servers. So our servers are always going to be up unless Amazon goes down. So if you go to Amazon to buy something and you can't because their servers are down, MSI is probably down as well. But if that happens, there's probably bigger problems in the world because they have big redundancies. The way our platform is structured, we lay it out like an actual course. We don't just give you the ingredients and say bake a cake. We say, here's everything you need to deliver the course in a turnkey fashion, but we also give you the ability to customize it. Okay, so it'll work right out of the box, but if you've been teaching the subject for a long time and you want to add some of your own stuff, we give you that availability because our courses, they're not cookie cutter. We don't just throw you in a hodgepodge with a bunch of other people and break you out a section. We actually build each course as a separate instance for you. That's why we can put your logo on it. So we can actually offer you branding for your school or school district, okay? So when you get to the home page, you'll see a place for your logo, which you send us. We put it on for you to show you how to do it. We also have a knowledge base. So if you want to learn how to do something and you went through an onboarding, but you can't remember how to enroll students, if you click on a knowledge base, you can actually find all of these topics. This is pretty standard for learning management systems, but this knowledge base is always growing and it's searchable. So let's say if you can't remember how to enroll students, just start typing. And all of the articles for enrolling students will come up. And a lot of them have videos. So you can actually watch a video or read about it. So we give you the tools to find the information yourself, which a lot of teachers like to be able to do. We also have a ticketing system. Our customer service is very well thought of throughout the K-12 and higher ed space. We get back to you usually within 15 minutes during business hours. You'll never go more than a day without hearing from us. You'll have a team member that's responsible for you and a backup team member. So a lot of times you'll even know them on a first name basis. Okay. One of the big things, even though with the pandemic winding down, hopefully, God willing, students will be back in school. But if you have students that are working remotely, you can actually track their progress, when they logged on, how long they stayed, and all that information is available at your fingertips. There's no students in this course, but you could actually track them from here. Our courses come with the full grade book. So as you put students in, you would see the student's name and every lesson that's in the course. that's graded, you'll see the grading here, and you can actually download those grades and then import them into your district or institution's grade book. We give you a bunch of teacher resources, your student enrollment keys, so your students can self-enroll. And we really just giving you everything you need. And I talked about being able to add your own stuff. So as a teacher, we actually give you the right to get in and edit parts of your course. So when you turn on editing, you can lock lessons. So if you don't want the students to just go as fast as they want, you can actually say, hey, I want to lock a lesson, or I want to move something. I wouldn't suggest moving stuff, but you can actually hide a lesson so that you can say students have to complete chapter 2 before they go on to chapter 3. And we train you on all of this. And if you wanted to add your own stuff, that's where we have the add an activity or resource, where you can actually add a file. You can add a lesson with the rubric. And again, we show you how to do that. And there's never a charge for anything at MSI. Our customer service statement is very simple. We offer unconditional, unlimited support for the life of the contract. Okay. So that's the 30,000-foot view. Lastly, our courses are designed to address the 4 different learning styles, right? Audio learners, visual learners, reading and writing, and kinesthetic for our hands-on users. And I think from Sean's presentation, you saw between the videos, between the assessments, the simulations, the NAP piece, there's something for everyone. So if you would like to get a demo, I'm sure Sudica can help you with that, help you get signed up. And we would love for you to get in there and play with it. Okay.
Thank you. I just wanted to mention, so the Adobe bundle, the classes that are included with that are, correct me if I'm wrong, but the Adobe Photoshop, the Illustrator, and the InDesign.
Yes, and coming for the fall, Dreamweaver, Premiere Pro, and Animate. Yes. So during the year, you'll have the entire Adobe suite available to you.
Okay, and then for the Microsoft, I think it works out that you get to choose 3 titles, and you get to choose between Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, Word Expert, and Excel Expert. Is that correct?
Correct, yes. And we also have the same thing. You have the in-app available for the lessons, which when you get in there and start playing with the in-app, we are the only vendor in the world that offers courseware that can be done and graded in the actual software. I know that sounds like a bold statement, but it's a true statement. I could say the universe. Yeah, we'll go.
I did have a question. So if you have this bundle that has all these programs, does every student have to take the same program, or how does that work?
That's a great question. The way it works is, let's say if you have the Adobe bundle or the Microsoft bundle, and you have 3 different classes. Each class has 30 kids. So you have 90 kids. 30 of them are going to take Photoshop, 30 of them are going to take InDesign, 30 of them are going to take Illustrator. You can use the license for any combination of the bundles. So each cohort doesn't have to take the actual same class. They can take any class within that bundle, and you won't be charged anything additional as long as you are under the amount of licenses that you purchased.
Okay, and then I just was hoping to bring up this screen. So if anybody does want to get, having a little trouble, but if you do want to get a, sorry, it's just not working. Sure. Yeah, for some reason I'm having trouble sharing it. Can you see it now?
We can.
Okay, perfect. So if anybody is looking to get a trial or you have any questions, you can email us at Studica. It's info@studica.com. And like I said, I will be sending a recording of this webinar. and you should get that in the next day or two. But other than that, thank you, Terrence and Sean, and thank you everyone for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and everyone stay safe. You're important to a lot of people.